Don't give up. That's my first piece of advice to you. Stop thinking of Junimo Kart as some cute minigame within an adorable farming simulator RPG. It's not. Think of it more like Dark Souls, unforgiving, tedious, infuriating, and soul-crushing. ConcernedApe clearly sold his soul to the devil to make the greatest game of all time, and what did the devil want in return? Junimo Kart. I mean, there's not even an achievement for beating it. You don't even need to play it to 100% the game. In fact, you never even have to touch this monstrosity. But Mo, I hear you ask, why are you making this video if you think the game is terrible? Truth be told, it's a great game. Yes, it's frustrating, but also extremely rewarding. The first time I beat Junimo Kart, I cannot explain how great it felt. Before we get stuck in, I'll be really annoying and remind you to hit like and subscribe. Thanks to all your support, the channel has really grown so much in the last few months, and I hope we can continue to do so. Okay, let's get started. There's two parts to Junimo Kart, Progress Mode and Endless Mode. To achieve the 50,000 points which you might need for some endgame content, you want to select Endless Mode. Endless Mode has shorter levels, but you only have one life. If you die, you have to start from the beginning again, and this is where most people quit right off the bat. I'll say it again, don't give up. At the top of the screen, you'll see your level progression display. It shows you how far you have left until the end of the level. As you move through the level, you'll see that your score increases at a steady rate. Collect coins or fruit, and the score jumps up. The coins give you 50 points each and the fruits give you 1000 points. Collect all 3 fruits in a level and at the end of the level you gain an additional 5000 points. When you complete a level you also get 5000 points. That's a lot of helpful numbers to keep in mind when you're aiming for that hard to reach score of 50,000. Thankfully you'll only need to play through around 4 levels of the game to hit that score, but don't let it trick you into making stupid mistakes. I've lost count of the number of times I've died trying to get a fruit when I should have just continued. A mistake I still make on the daily. Now we'll go through my winning run and I'll explain some of the things I did along the way. Remember, much like Prairie King, despite your skill, Junimo Kart is still somewhat luck based. The levels are randomly generated, so you cannot practice the set route every time. In this way, it's harder than the Souls game. You'll need to be able to adapt quickly and pray to Yoba that you get an easy run. Here we go. As you jump across the chasms, you'll notice that a quick click or tap causes you to make a small jump, whereas holding down the button for longer will make you jump higher and further. Sometimes the smallest of taps is all you need. This run was particularly lucky, as you'll see throughout, as the fruits were all placed in an easy to reach location. The first level is a great place to cut your teeth on the game. Don't be afraid to replay it over and over again, which you will end up doing, believe me. The ice level appears difficult from the outside, but actually when you play it, it's not that bad at all. A couple of things you'll want to watch out for are the evil barriers placed right at the end where you want to jump, and gathering speed on downward slopes. It can be difficult to control your jumps coming off a slope at high speed, so sometimes it's better to skip the slope or jump off early to remain in control. Level 3, or the bubble fucker as I like to call it, is one of the worst levels in the game. I would say in this level completely ignore the fruits unless they happen to be in your path. This level is slightly slower as you're underwater, which cruelly throws you off after you've just adjusted to the high speed of the last level. You will need to avoid the bubbles or jump on them. You will die if you hit them head on. A useful tip here is that small gaps in the track don't need to be jumped over in this level. Your cart will automatically cross them. This is the last level we'll cover here and is one that throws people off a lot. Once again, the speed increases compared to the bubble fucker and you'll need to make what look like impossible jumps. Timing is everything here. You'll need to go from small jumps to long jumps quite quickly, so now is the time to bring out that muscle memory of how far you can jump based on your button pressing. For the long jumps, get to the very edge of the track before you launch. You won't get to the other side otherwise. I managed to make it to 50,000 points mid-level thanks to all the fruits in all the levels I've collected. If you miss some fruits, then you should still be able to get to around 50,000 points by the end of this level, or at least the very early part of the next level. Hopefully now you have an idea of what you need to get through this hell. If you're struggling and need motivation, or if you've got some better advice to share, please post in the comments below. Be sure to check out my live streams over on Twitch, where I'm playing a lot of Stardew Valley at the moment, as well as a few other things. Finally, feel free to join our supportive and hilarious community on Discord, links in the show notes below. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.